everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zombie, for those of you that don't know me, and today we're gonna do a lesson that's a little bit different, a little bit more fun. I'm gonna get my skate time in while we're doing it, but we're gonna go over what is in Zombie's gear bag. So for you new skaters, obviously getting a lot of these suggestions is gonna be a little bit harder if you don't have people in your life right now that skate. So I hope that this lesson is helpful so you can kind of start seeing what other people have in their gear bags and what you might need in your gear bag. Some of them are necessities and some of them are just extra, you know, little extra gems that you keep to help personalize your derby experience or your roller skating experience. So stay tuned. Okay, so first off, I just want to say accessories, yay, they're the best. I don't know if any of you all have been part of the skate culture or roller derby culture, but a lot of roller skating culture in general is personalization. So personalizing everything to meet your needs, because everybody has their own body and everybody has their own skate style, so personalizing your skate down to your own needs is one thing, but showing off a little bit of your personality is a whole other thing, and it can actually make skating a lot more fun. In my eyes anyways, I've had a bit more fun personalizing my own stuff. Yeah, and I just want to encourage everybody to, you know, let their personality shine through your gear and let it shine through the equipment you have, because when you start going to like skate groups and everything like that, everyone could kind of get to know you before they even meet you. Especially as a new skater, it's a little intimidating to go somewhere like a new derby league or going to, you know, the skate park with new girls for the first time. It's a little intimidating. So definitely personalizing your gear to kind of show them who you are first creates a great icebreaker, especially for those of you that are a little bit on the socially awkward side, or you get social anxiety. It helps others help you be able to break the ice for them, so that they can start asking questions about your skates or your shirt, or oh my god, where'd you get those stickers for your helmet, that kind of thing. So yeah, definitely encourage everybody to kind of personalize everything. So in saying that, the first accessory in my gear bag is one that I'm very adamant about and I advocate for a lot, and it's actually gonna be my helmet. I know the trend is to, you know, get on your skates and go, but on YouTube and Facebook and TikTok and everything else, I'm seeing this really bad trend where people don't wear their helmets, and especially new skaters aren't wearing helmets, and head injuries are not easy to not easy to recover from personal experience. So the first thing I do want to say about helmets is that I know they're uncomfortable for a lot of people and it sucks to have to wear them, and they're not as cute as wearing a high bun or, you know, anything like that, but there's a way to personalize them. Excuse the helmet hair. There's a way to personalize them so that you can feel a little bit more comfortable wearing them. That, and again, for you new skaters, if you have a derby name, putting your derby name on is awesome because people kind of know you from the get-go, or if they don't remember your name, they just look at your helmet, and it makes it a little bit less awkward for people to ask you, you know, 20 times what your name is. But like I said, I've had a head injury before. I'm actually a brain surgery survivor, so I advocate for helmet safety a lot. So a few of my videos in the future will pertain to that, but the way I personalized mine was obviously my name, Zombie Bait. And if you can see, I have a zipper in the back. That's because I have a surgical scar that's considered a zipper in my my chronic illness culture. I had a craniectomy to fix a problem in my brain, so I have a scar in the back that looks like a zipper, and this kind of represents that. So that's kind of a good way to start breaking the ice with a lot of people. I'm very open about my surgery and about my illnesses, so hopefully me having to survive brain surgery and getting through brain surgery and having to relearn how to walk and relearn how to skate, not that my legs weren't useful, just having to coordinate them again and having to find my balance on my legs again was a little bit of a task. So definitely accessorize your helmets. And then especially if you have little kids that don't want to wear the helmets, putting stickers and personalizing them makes it a lot more fun and encourages them more to wear their helmet. So that's the first accessory in my bag. Okay, the next accessory in my bag that I believe everybody should always have with them, besides their skates, are extra laces. Yes, always. I don't know how many times at derby practice I've torn laces and have had to like knot them up really weird just to continue practice. And for those of you that are hitting the bowls and the skate parks, these are definitely recommended as well, because you guys are really rough on your skates. These are marked 84 because they're 84 inches. So for my skate, I actually wrap around because there's a heel lock on my skate so that my heel doesn't slip. So my lace actually wraps around into the heel lock and then I tie it. But these laces are a little bit short, which is okay because I only double knot my laces. I don't ever put bow ties in my laces. One reason is because one time I got laces that were way too long and they kept hooking around the wheel and they were tripping me up. But two, like I said, I had brain surgery, and tying my laces is the hardest thing I can actually do in my derby career, to be quite honest. They always come undone and I have a really hard time untying them because I don't have the tactile abilities anymore in my left hand, so it's a little bit difficult. So yeah, I only double knot. So the 84s are actually a decent size for me. I might go a little bit longer next time just in case, but yeah. Always carry extra laces with you, even if they're just shoelaces. They don't have to be skate laces. I use skate laces because I'm really rough on mine. These are actually hockey laces and they're waxed, so you could always buy hockey laces if you're really rough on your skates. Next group of things I have in my bag are elbow pads and knee pads. Again, I'm a huge advocate for safety, and I know it's kind of annoying to wear knee pads all the time or elbow pads all the time. I tend not to wear elbow pads when I'm just free skating, but I obviously have to wear them for roller derby. But knee pads I definitely wear all the time, and I'll tell you why. Especially these big fluffy ones. I have huge fluffy ones. Like I said earlier in the video, I have a brain injury, and that includes spinal surgery along with my craniectomy. So those of you that have back problems and knee problems and neck problems or even jaw problems, you really want to invest in good knee pads, good fluffy knee pads, because not only do these save your knees for those weird falls that you have and you land on both knees at the same time or something like that, it actually does damage to your spine. It's a compression injury, so just imagine your spine kind of like coming in kind of like an accordion. That happens when you fall because the force of your knees are kind of somewhat coming up in comparison to your body falling down, and it compresses your bones and the discs in between your vertebrae, and that can lead to a lifetime of discomfort in your back or your neck and even your jaw, depending on, you know, if you clench your jaw while that's happening. And I know everyone's kind of like, oh, I don't want to wear knee pads. I know. And I know I sound like your mom saying that you should probably wear your knee pads, but I will say this does prolong your roller derby career, or your roller skating career. So if and when you can, please wear these, because I want to see everybody skating as long as possible. I don't get that advantage, or I don't get that, sorry, there's a plane flying by. I don't get the privilege of skating my whole life. So I maybe have, if I'm good and I take care of myself, I maybe have about 10 years left skating, and that's if I'm lucky. So because I don't have that privilege, I just want to advocate for everybody else to take advantage of the privilege they do have and skate as long as possible, because it is fun and it is a huge source of, you know, helping with anxiety and just mental illness in general, depression, stuff like that. Skating is really good for that. And especially for those of you that can't run anymore or have, you know, injuries, roller skating is a very good low impact exercise as long as you don't fall. So just prolonging the ability to exercise for some of you is something that I do advocate for, truly, because, you know, your body doesn't last long, unfortunately, as long as we think it does. So definitely take care of it. Okay, next accessory, especially for those of you that are doing roller derby or learning to use the skate parks. I'm not going to show it to you per se, but I do have my mouth guard. This one clips in kind of like a dental retainer. It's called Sizu. I'll post a link under this video for those of you that are interested. It's a little expensive, however, they're much more comfortable than those big blocky mouth guards that go in your mouth. So definitely invest in one of those at some point. Okay, so this one's gonna sound like totally stupid, but bear with me. A nail clipper, a toenail clipper to be exact, because sometimes we forget to clip our toenails and then they don't fit in our skates, or on a very rare occasion, sometimes we do slam on our toe while at derby or at the skate park and our toenail breaks, and sometimes you've got to fix that before you drive back home or get your skate back on, whichever, you know, you prefer. So definitely get one of these toenail clippers, especially with a little hook on it, in case you have to, like, because I've had a time where I've had to pull the nail out from my skin, in a sense, because it kind of curled under versus just breaking. So that definitely helps. So definitely keep one of these with you. My next accessory is my T-tool, because I'm very adamant about having T-tools at all times. If you're street skating, if you're at the park, if you're at roller derby, depending on how rough you are on your skates, your nuts and bolts kind of loosen up a little bit after a while. So this is always good to have in case something gets a little too loose and you feel it and you're getting, your wheels and your skates are getting a little squirrely. So this is going to be there for those quick fixes. Okay, so one of the other things I carry in my bag is actually a whistle. For those of you that do roller derby, I always suggest that you buy a whistle anyways. They tend to have an agreement on Fox 40 brand for a specific reason, because of the noise, because it makes a certain pitch that everyone can hear. So especially during tournaments, like one track you usually have a regular Fox 40, a Fox 40 Classic, and then the other track will have like a Fox 40 Pearl, which is a higher tone. So you could tell the difference between the two games and the two tracks during tournament play. That's only if you guys have tournaments, but I do definitely recommend the Fox 40 Classic. One, because if you're skating by yourself and you need help, I mean, not to get too morbid or anything, but if you do need help or you need to kind of draw attention to yourself, always having a whistle on you is just great for that purpose anyways. Number two, if you are doing roller derby, I always highly suggest everybody to get a whistle and jump in as a ref every so often when you guys are scrimmaging, because especially for new skaters and those that are new to derby, you're going to see the game in a whole different eye, in a whole different point of view, and you're going to realize how hard it really is for refs. So refs, shout out to you all. It's hard. Go Team Zebra. You guys never lose, you always win. Yeah, reffing is actually very difficult. I refed my first 1 or 2 years in the derby world, and then I ref occasionally here and there when there's games, there's local games, but they're not my games. So yeah, that and reffing in general, when you just kind of step in and do it and start learning how to do it, it's going to help you kind of see all the strategy that your team does, and the strategy of roller derby, and the strategy of utilizing the rules to your advantage versus not wanting to break rules. So I definitely, you know, suggest you guys popping in every so often once roller derby starts again and jumping in to learn how to ref. So definitely keep a whistle with you. You never know when you need it. Okay, the other accessory I happen not to have with me, I forgot I brought my husband's truck down to the track instead of my car. Especially for those of you that are street skating or going down to the skate park to jump in the bowls and everything like that, a fanny pack. Fanny packs are great, and they're back in style, and you can get so many really cool ones that can help, you know, like I said, help you show off your personality before even meeting new skaters or meeting a new group of people. And then at the same time, if you are not the one that's meeting new people, but new people are meeting you guys for the first time, it kind of helps them feel a little bit more comfortable in coming to you and introducing themselves, because they can kind of see what kind of people you are based off of your personal style. And it doesn't mean that, you know, you have to have a really fancy fanny pack or anything. I have a really cool fanny pack collection at home, but it's packed away for the time being. I did have one, and it's actually a shark. So I was gonna bust that out for Shark Week because it starts tomorrow, August 9th, 2020. I'm a huge Shark Week fan. Sharks are my favorite ocean animal. So I have a shark, and he has a mouth that's a pocket. His gills are actually the pin holders. So that's really cool. But also they do sell fanny packs that have like stereos in them, like through Bluetooth stereos. And especially if you're street skating, I would much prefer you guys use that instead of headphones, because especially if you're on the street, you still need to be aware of the traffic around you, because let's just face it, people text and drive all the time. They're not going to be paying attention to what's on the road half the time. So you want to be more aware of your surrounding area, and wearing headphones kind of takes away from that. It detracts from that. So having fanny packs with the stereos in them so you can still hear your music but still listen to the traffic around you is awesome. And well, lastly, especially if you're street skating, keeping your keys and your phone and your wallet and stuff with you at all times. Your inhalers, if you're somebody that uses an inhaler or medication, I definitely suggest using a fanny pack for that reason, so you can keep everything with you just in case an emergency happens. God forbid you get hit by a car. Please don't. I really hope nobody ever does. But that's one reason to wear your helmet while you're street skating, because again, cars aren't going to be paying attention, especially for skaters. It's hard enough with cyclists as it is. So yes, please wear your helmet while you're street skating for that purpose. It saves lives. I've seen it in real life because I'm a nurse. And two, just keeping your information with you, so like your ID and everything. If you did by chance have a medical emergency, so you're out of breath, your asthma's acting up, whatever the case might be, and hopefully it doesn't happen to anybody. So happy thoughts. Anyways, if there is a medical emergency, you have that information on you already. You don't have to go, oh, my car's 3 miles away and it's in my glove box and it's parked here, and having to describe where you're parked, especially if you're short of breath during an asthma attack, is not highly probable. So just speaking as a nurse now, and not a skater, but as a nurse, keeping all of your identifying information on you and your medications on you and a cell phone so you could call 911 will keep you much more safe, and you'll be able to get help a lot quicker. So I mean, on top of my brain stuff, because of my brain stuff, I also have heart stuff going on. So when I am by myself like I am today, I keep my wallet and everything in my bag, and I keep it nearby. Or if I don't have my bag nearby, I'm actually going down on like a pathway or something like that, I keep a fanny pack to keep all that in. So definitely a huge advocate for that too. And sorry, I got a little morbid, but you know, emergencies do happen, and you never know when if somebody else has an emergency and you have your stuff with you, your cell phone at least, to call 911 for help. So yeah, those are my accessories. I believe that everybody should at least have those at minimum in your bag. And as far as bags go, whatever works for you. Right now I have a Zuka bag, and they're built specifically for skating, and it's TSA approved, so that I could take you on flights with me. Some people use backpacks, some people use duffel bags. I actually used to use a baseball bag because they have the helmet pockets for the baseball helmets, and that's where I would put my helmet, and everything else just went in the zipper. So definitely whatever bag suits your style. Like I said, having accessories is a great way to just kind of like show off your personality a little bit and have a little extra fun with your life, especially of those of you that have to wear uniforms to work or whatever. It kind of sucks not having your personality show through a little bit. Me as a nurse, I'm usually in scrubs, and I just have like a little the badge reel holder. And that's usually the most personality I really get out of wearing my work uniform. And it kind of sucks because I want my patients to kind of get a feel for me and be able to relate to me, because it builds better rapport. So in the same sense of those wearing uniforms trying to get their personality to shine through a little bit, same thing with roller skating. Personalizing your skates, picking your sparkly laces or your rainbow laces or your, you know, whatever laces, your fanny packs. Like I said, I have a shark fanny pack and a rainbow fanny pack and a lime green one, and eventually when I get a new helmet, I'm actually painting it to look like a brain, because, you know, a brain. So yeah, that's kind of what makes roller skating fun, is you don't have to worry about what other people are going to think about you with your accessories, because everybody's just as weird as everybody else in reality. So just breaking the ice to kind of help other skaters feel a little bit more welcome should be enough to kind of help everybody along, especially while we're quarantining and starting to meet new people online, virtually, getting advice from people virtually, kind of like this channel right now. Sorry, I had to sit. I don't know, I just feel like everybody's personality should shine through, especially right now, and being judgmental towards other people is just kind of out the window, and showing off your personality just makes skating more fun. So that's it for today. Sorry, I kind of ramble on a little bit sometimes, but that'll be it for today. I just want to go off of the basic accessories in my bag, stuff that you may need as a skater, and advice that you may need as a new skater for what to keep in your bag. So alright, I hope you guys had a good time watching me skate around in circles, and we'll see you next time.